Okay, so I guess we're started. So thank you two for playing. Hello to our friends who may or may not be watching this. Let's see if our friends can make it through this with just two of them. All right, so you two have are pretty well advanced at adventuring. You're both like level 3, 4, something like that. So you've been doing this for a little while. And you've went and you spent some of your fortunes, and you two were going to travel to like a different city, and as you were doing so, you found that you were lost. So you kind of wandered around for a little bit and everything, and as you kind of like come over this one hill, there's sort of this valley below, and in the distance you see this plateau coming out of the ground, like where it's like the ground looks almost like it lifted up a little bit, and set into the side, like the cliff face, I guess you could say, of this structure is a really large door made of some kind of metal. Looking at it, it almost looks like, maybe like bronze or gold coloration, and it has this like shimmer to it. And so, yeah, as you two are approaching this large door, I'll let you introduce your characters there. So, Nikki, how about you go first?
Hildegard is a witch who originally was a Viking. It's her race. And she decided to dabble in the magic arts when she actually met a Hyperborean, because she knows how to speak Hyperborean. And he started teaching her about magic and drawing power from the spirit realm in the netherworld. And that's what she does. She has ability to make potions, and she is very excited to see what's behind this door. That's Hildegard.
All right, sounds good. And then Daniel, tell us about your character.
So I'm playing Relesta. She is a thief by trade. She was feeling a little bad last night, realizing they were kind of lost, because it was this map that she had taken from a man in the last town that kind of brought him this way. He had boasted of, many things, but boasted of finding treasure and adventure in this direction, and he had a treasure map. And now she doesn't feel so bad about choking him out and taking it. And he had so little gold in his pocket that they're already running low on food. And so when she sees this golden door, she thinks, oh, well, maybe he wasn't so full of it. And she looks at her companion and she says, well, you realize that all this gold is worth a fortune, but it'd be hard for us to carry. And besides, diamonds are a girl's best friend.
That is true. And perhaps we'll also find something arcane and magical behind here that'll be worth even more than gold.
Oh, yes. You can help yourself to that.
Yes, and you can have any diamonds we find.
Well, I appreciate that. It's a deal.
It's a deal.
Also, she's feeling a little bit... she's not so into the magic, Relesta, but she does have this sword that she picked up from this other gentleman that seems to have magical properties, so she does use it on occasion. So while she stays away from magic ever since there was a trap that almost took her life, she she's more than happy to travel with the witch and see what's in here. So let's head towards the door, shall we?
We shall.
I'm gonna get 60 feet away from it or whatever, and pick up a stone and just throw it at the door.
All right. Yeah, you pick up a stone and throw it at the door. It slams against the door and makes a thick clink, like as if the metal were very thick. And while it does appear kind of goldish in coloration, I'm gonna say as you kind of get closer to it, you realize it's not an actual gold door. It's just the way the metal sheens makes it look that way. You're not really sure what metal it is, but you don't think it's gold. However, from 60 feet, I'm going to say you're definitely able to see that there are Hyperborean glyphs on the door. Rulesta may not know that they're Hyperborean, but Hildegrade, you will definitely know that they're Hyperborean since you just happen to speak Hyperborean.
I do. And Atlantean.
That's convenient.
Yeah. Okay. Can I read what they say?
You're 60 feet back right now.
Okay.
If you wanna approach a little closer, I don't know if you could read it from 60 feet.
Well, I may be able to help you with that. And I'm going to bust out my spyglass. A little spyglass
Nice.
that I would have as a thief because, got to spy on people.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. It's a small one. It's not like a big fancy thing, but she pulls it out. From where, it's hard to say. It's brass, and it looks like it's kind of old. She says, he was a sailor, so he said, and then she stretches it out to its full length and then hands it to you.
Thank you. And yes, they always say that, don't they?
Mm-hmm.
I will look through the spyglass and see if I can.
Yes, you look through the spyglass, and this is what is written on the door.
Oh, okay. I like that. It appears this may be a tomb of a warrior queen, Rulesta, which we like.
Of course.
By the name of
Queen.
Shagalagan.
Shagalagan.
Shagalagan, that's what it says.
It doesn't ring familiar to me, but perhaps that means the tomb is laid undiscovered and thus is still full of gold and diamonds.
And diamonds, yes. Well, do we see the doors?
You just see the doors, and you're on just kind of sort of in this valley-esque kind of area. You're sort of in a valley a little bit, and this door is on a cliff face.
Okay.
But it's on the ground. It's just cliff is the best way I can describe it.
There a handle?
There are no handles that you can see.
Interesting.
Okay.
I don't know if you'd be able to determine. You might be able to. It might. You think it might be a push door.
Okay. Yeah. Like I said, I'm looking through the spyglass. I don't see any depressions in the stone or anything like that that would require anything special.
Not that you notice. All that's written on it is what you saw.
Hurley Shagalag. Okay.
All right. Well, let's check it out. And cautiously, I will approach the door. and take a look at it. See if it looks like it's been moved anytime recent. If there's any scratches on the ground. If there's dust build up against it. If I can see through the cracks, how sealed it is it waxed shut? Do I see hinges? So I'm just going to kind of just generally inspect the exterior of the door to see if I can figure out how it might open. If it needs to be rolled away, or if it pushed open or pulled.
Yeah, the door is like, so it's a very large door. Like I said, it's like 12 foot high. Like, I mean, and like it doesn't seem to be like sealed with wax, but like the door itself is like heavy and seems to have like just been able to kind of seal itself. You don't see any kind of tracks or anything. I mean, it looks like this is probably like you thought before, like possibly just an undiscovered tomb of some kind, of some Hyperborean of some, supposedly.
All right. Well, I'm gonna take a small, my small knife, and I'll say stand back, and I'm gonna pull up a scarf over my face just in case anything comes blasting out at me, and I'm just gonna take the knife and like kind of poke it around the. Maybe like around, let's say I'm only 5'5", so probably like right below head level for me. So around, 5 foot. I'll try to slide the dagger in the crack between the door and the side to see if it goes all the way through. If there's something that's stuck in there. If I hear things fall through or if anything happens.
You stick your knife into like the crevice a little bit, and I would say like maybe it doesn't go all the way in, but that's maybe just because like the door is like well made, or like not like it would be weird. Like it goes in what you would think it should.
Okay, but like it's hitting the door stop, so that means it has to be pulled towards us to open it.
Oh,
right, because if the door pushed in, then there'd be nothing stopping.
Right.
Well, then there's nothing stopping it.
Okay, no, that's what I'm trying to determine. Okay, so it looks like you're pushing. It looks quite heavy. How strong are you? I mean, I can see you, so are you very strong? I mean, I'm above average strength.
No, I'm only 7 strength.
Oh, so you're below average. Okay, so well, we could try to give it a push, or we could try to outsmart it. Shall we try the push first?
I think we could push.
I'll like lean my shoulders against it, my back and my shoulders, and kind of squat a bit and try to give it a push, try to push it open.
Yeah, with you two pushing on the door, maybe you kind of push like in the center where it'll open at, and there might be seam or whatever. And you push with all your might, and like you're grunting and everything, and slowly it pushes in, and like there's kind of like as the hair kind of like rushes in to fill the room that you have opened up.
Okay.
So this first room, as you kind of come inside, the walls are made of like stone, like just stone. And the room that you first entered to, it's 40 by 30 foot. And there are like a couple of like around the walls, like a couple of stone, like what kind of look like benches. In the middle of the room, there's a pit in the floor for maybe like making a fire. Against the east wall, you see what looks like maybe a kind of like fountain area, but there's like it's run dry and there's no water passing through it anymore. And then there's directly to the north, there's an archway, and that leads into another room. And then like all around the walls of this room, you see these like hieroglyphs that seem to tell a story of some kind.
Are they Hyperborean?
Yeah, there's like Hyperborean, like they definitely look Hyperborean, but like it's not like written text. It's just like Egyptian hieroglyphic in a way, like just like art decorated that like lay all around the room and seem to tell a story.
Okay. Does it seem like they tell the story of the queen?
Like as you if you kind of like examine the walls, yeah, like you can see like different portions of her life and stuff. And as you kind of like read the you're at just like a random point, but it seems like it almost feels like you could read it because of just how well the art is made.
Okay.
You can just feel like you just know the life of this woman as you read it.
So while she's exploring that, because I think we should take the time to explore the whole thing. But before we do that, let's just look down this hole.
Yep.
There's a monster down there. We probably want to know about that.
You look into like the next room, and you probably saw this like as you were kind of coming in. This room is like 40 by 40, and in the middle of this room, there's like a statue, or like one large. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I'm confused. Maybe I missed something. I turned to get a paper to make a map, but this room's 30 by 40, and wasn't there a well in the center of it?
Oh, I'm sorry. No, it's
and then there was an archway right coming out of the room, but
yeah,
I want to look at the well because
I was like. It's not like a well. It's just on the west wall. It's not east wall. It's not like a well. It's like there's like a thing in the wall, like a hole, and then like there's like a basin around it, as if like water.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay.
But there's no more water. Like
it's like a fountain, basically.
Yeah,
or a font.
Exactly.
I guess.
A fountain. Yeah.
Okay, sorry. I thought it was a well, like a hole in the ground well. Go back to your reading. I'm sorry. For some reason, I thought there was a hole in the ground. I must not have been.
In the center of the room, there's like a depression. I think I said pit. It's just like a small depression, as if you could like make a fire there. Like in fact, there's remains of a like ancient fire, or something.
Oh, interesting.
So what do I learn about this queen from looking at the art? Do I learn anything about her tomb or what we could expect?
I'll guard the passageway while she's checking, because I'm assuming that's going to take a while.
So in order to get like the full story, you would actually have to go into the second room as well. Like in here though is like, I guess mostly like a lot of the some of the bigger things that she maybe supposedly did. There are things that like definitely sound like what's the word I'm looking for, like bigger than they probably actually were,
exaggerated, hyperbole.
Yeah, exaggerated. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Like this defeated
You're saying there was a Hyperborean who was doing hyperbole?
That's yep. Hyperborean Hyperbole is now the name of my band. Okay.
I will go ready shooter if we're going to go into a different room. But what's the light like in here?
Yeah.
Like you have natural light coming in from the door you open, so you're doing pretty good. Like it's definitely shining all the way in here, and you can kind of like the archway that leads in the next room. You can sort of see in there, and also like in the middle of the room, you can see that there's like a large statue in there.
Okay. Well, I will pull my bow out and draw back an arrow. and step in and kind of do the, back and forth look, make sure there's no monster in here. We're in a ready shooter mode, and if nothing happens, then I will invite the witch into.
Yeah, I will follow.
Okay. Yeah. So you come into this room, and the glyphs continue like all the way around the wall, and you can now see where they start and where they end. And like behind the statue, there's another like double door, though this one's made of stone. And you can tell that the story begins like on the right side of that door and ends on the left side.
Okay.
And the statuette itself, I'm sorry?
I was just about to ask about the statue, so go ahead.
Okay, yeah. The statuette itself pictures a Hyperborean woman, obviously a Hyperborean woman. She wields a two-handed sword and is like pulling it back as if ready to attack. And on like the other side, there's a statue of a brown bear that's like standing in fighting mode. And the depiction of the Hyperborean woman seems like rather like young. So you think that this was something that like maybe a favorite memory or something, that's like dedicated to her. And in like on this statue, like between the it's like one large like thing coming out of the floor, like stand, I guess, with like the two statues on it or like two figures on it, like and in the middle of that there's like sort of there's like a bowl, and in the bowl there are a handful of gold pieces and a gem.
A diamond?
It's actually a Chalcedony. I don't know if you can do that by just looking at it. Our thief might be able to.
Well, a bear seems a tough foe. This seems to be an offering. And if I've learned anything in my time, in my long 16 years I've been alive, it's that you never take the first offering that comes to you. And she'll toss a couple copper pieces. And I think she has 6 copper pieces or something like that. She'll toss a couple copper pieces into the donation bowl.
All right. When you toss a couple of the cover pieces into the bowl, you hear a voice in your head, like you both do. It says, it's a female voice that says, "Welcome, honorable warriors." And the door on the other side of the room opens.
Female voice.
Well, yeah. Well, that's not at all suspicious.
Not at all.
It's dark, I'm assuming, through the door, right?
Yeah, it's like the light that's coming through here is kind of like straining out. You can maybe see that it's like a corridor of some type.
Okay.
I can light a torch if you want to.
Okay, or I have a lantern if you want. I mean, I want to use my bow, so if you don't mind holding the light source.
No, I don't mind. I'll take the torch. I have a torch.
Okay. Yeah, I'll ready shoot her, and I'll walk like, just slightly ahead.
Before you go in there.
Just slightly.
Yeah, right. Before you walk in there, though, I just wanted to check the story and see what else we could find out about this queen.
Right.
Yeah. Anything useful? He's also a magician and
so if you go through her whole life, you find like where she was born at. You do gather that at some point in her life, she learned magic. She seemed to have used magic in battle, though she was mostly like a warrior. So, met a warlock. Um, and like, you know, she commanded armies supposedly, like was very well respected, and she lived a very long life and died a peaceful death.
Okay. I will tell Rulesta. It appears she also could wield the darker arts. So be steadfast and wary.
She nods and kind of takes a breath and draws back her arrow and steps into the room. She's just gonna gingerly walk through the doorway, but she's gonna look at the ground as she's walking to make sure that there's no tripwires or anything like the. I mean, the doors open. They swing towards us or in.
They opened in again.
So away from us. Okay, good. So there couldn't be a tripwire then,
Yeah.
theoretically, but she'll still look at the ground anyways to be safe.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So she'll like look. She'll be just about to take a step in, and then she'll like her toes like dangling over. And she'll stop for a second, and look down at the ground, then she'll look up above and make sure nothing's going to fall on her head. And if it seems safe, then she'll start to move forward slowly.
Yes. Like you don't see anything immediately on the ground. Tell you what. Make a roll for like what is it? Look at my face here. I'm gonna say, oh man, what would be I want something for like observation. It may not be a thief skill. Maybe there's just like an attribute for it.
Well, usually in this game you would use a D6 roll, and the if it's simple, it'd be 5 and 6, moderate 4 and 6, challenging 3 and 6, difficult 2 and 6, and very difficult 1 and 6, and then you can modify it by a stat if you want.
Yeah. So as you're kind of like looking into this, like you have a torch, right?
Yeah, the torch is right.
I have a torch. Yeah.
Okay. All right. So as you kind of step into this, this is a hallway, and the hallway is like about 60 foot long, and it's like 20 foot wide. And then there are alcoves on the side of the hall, and in each of those alcoves are statues of this Hyperborean woman through different phases in her life and in various poses. And also, both of you can roll a d6 and see if you notice anything else.
Okay.
I got 3.
1.
Oh, nice. So Hildegard, you notice like there's a door at the end of the hall. Like, I mean, that you both notice. But what you notice is that on either side of the door, there are like these tiny holes in the wall. Like on either side of the door, like towards like the edge, like in the walls, there are like these tiny holes that just seem weird and out of place.
Okay. I will point those out. The tiny holes could be some sort of dart trap or something.
Right, that's what I was thinking. How high off the ground are they? And they're facing towards us if we're at the end of the corridor?
They're like on the walls, and they run like so at the end, they're on like, okay, so you're going north. The door's on the north wall. The holes are on the east and the west wall, and they're all
sides
on the north side. Yeah. And like they kind of cover that whole door area.
Oh. So they're like all up and down the walls, like
yeah.
they're
They go to the ceiling.
Yeah, they go from like floor to ceiling.
Mm.
And there's also like they also come out a little bit. So like from floor to ceiling, like I don't know, call it like 20 holes or something. And then there's like 3 sets of them. So if it were darts, let's say, it would cover a very wide range.
And there's no way to get above them. Like I couldn't spider climb around them.
No, you're like in a corridor.
Okay.
Well, I think there's one of 2 things that we could try. Well, there's many things we could try, but initially I would think that possibly one of the statues that are in these alcoves leading up could actually open up a secret door that would bypass this.
Yep.
Or it's set off by something on the floor that we can just avoid anyways. So I want to get close. Like I'll keep an eye on where the darts are. I don't want to get too close to them, but I'll get close enough that I can get down on my belly or on my hands and knees and like look at the floor and see if I can see any like lines where it looks like it could be where like there might be a pressure plate or again like a tripwire or something that's on the floor that if somebody walking by might see it, might trip it off and set off some kind of a device here.
Yeah, and you being a thief and knowing exactly what you're looking for, you do notice like that these floors are like the floors that are like they're like tiles. They're like stone tiles, but you notice like one of the tiles like sticks up just a little bit. Like if you weren't looking for it, you would certainly not have noticed it.
Okay, and it's just like one that I see.
Yeah, and it's just like one you see.
All right, and it seems like it could be stepped around, or no? Like it's literally blocking. Like how big is it?
Like it's sort of in the middle, so it's in a good place so that if you didn't notice, you would definitely set it off. But because you know where it is, you could probably step around it.
Okay, yeah. I mean, if we could step around, so I said to Dilbert, I said I could try to disable it or rig it so it wouldn't go off, but if we could just step around it, that's probably smarter because that will also cover our rear just in case there's somebody behind us that doesn't know of this trap.
Very, very astute. I say we do that.
Okay, that's I'll go first, and I'll like maneuver myself on the other side of it and make sure that it is actually safe before we get over there. And plus, I got to look at the door anyways. Yeah.
Yeah, like you mark it or whatever, like whichever one or that you need to avoid, and yeah, you can easily like just like kind of hop over to scoot around. Like now that you know where it is. And like when you get past it, nothing's happened. The door is like another stone door. Again, it pushes in double. But this one does have wax like over the crevices.
Okay, so before we crack into here, should we explore these statues more? Did we notice? I mean, we weren't really focusing on them, but did we notice anything about them that seems like it might be worth? Like, do they have like gems for eyes? Or belly button rings?
Belly with pearl in it.
Yeah. In this room, no, you don't see anything. I probably should have, but I didn't put anything in here. So
no, it's fine. I'm just
yeah.
I don't want to walk past the treasure.
Yeah, right. No, I get it. No,
you missed a statue with diamonds for eyes. If you don't want to.
Yeah, I didn't. I didn't write it down. So I'm gonna say there's nothing there.
No problem.
All right. So, does this door look like it's wax sealed, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, perhaps before you jump over here, so that you're further back, just in case something happens, I should check this, and I will pull from my slim-fitting boot that shows off my calves really nicely, my stiletto. Again, pull a scarf in front of my face and try to poke through the wax to see if any kind of gas or anything comes out at me.
Yeah, you like poke through the wax a little bit, and again, there's maybe that sound of like air kind of hissing, like as you're breaking the seal of this place. but no gas or anything comes out of the doors.
Okay. I will then delicately slice the rest of the wax. And then if you're able to push the door open, I can stand ready with the bow.
Okay.
And that's exactly what I'll do.
I will push the door open.
Okay. Yeah, so you push the door open. You're now in a small, it's like 30 by 30 room. I say small, but you know. On the north wall, you see a large, crap. I lost my place. I had the word written down. Sarcophagus? Sarcophagus, that's the word I was looking for. It's like a large, like, I'm going to say sarcophagus, like, like on like the north wall, long-wise. So like the head or the feet would be like on, like towards the wall. And as you kind of like open this room, it's fairly bare other than that. And as you're looking in, the visage of a woman like comes into view. She looks to be around 23, 24 years old, and it looks like this queen that you've been seeing all throughout this dungeon. And she stands there, and she seems to be like solid, you know. And she looks at both of you.
Okay. I will get down on a knee. You know, I'll take a knee.
Mm-hmm.
And put bow my head, and I will say, "O great queen of aeons past, we are travelers seeking our fortunes in the world."
As you get on your knee, you hit the arrow trap. No, I'm kidding. No, like so you. So the queen speaks, and when she speaks, she's actually speaking Hyperborean. And Hildegard, you just hear it as Hyperborean, but like Relesta, to you, like it at least sounds like she's like speaking Common. Like you hear Common in your head, but you can tell like when she moves her mouth, the words don't quite match. Like watching one of those old Japanese films.
She's dubbed. Okay.
Yeah. And she says, there is some fortune in this place. She says, but first you must do something for me.
What would that be, O Queen?
She says, I died a peaceful death of old age. This is just not fitting for a warrior to have. If you would give me one last great battle and defeat me in combat, I will let you have the treasures that lie in my sarcophagus.
What kind of treasure?
Yep.
It is of value.
Mm-hmm. Diamonds, magical arcane knowledge, gold, a wine skin that's always full.
She doesn't say anything else.
Are there any other ways out of here?
You're free to leave the way you came in.
No, so what I'm saying is we don't see any other way out, right? There's no other
doors.
Oh,
no. There are no other doors.
Yeah.
No doors.
Are there hieroglyphs in this room? How's this room decorated?
This room is kind of bare. You know, I'm going to say that there might be like some candelabra or something here. Maybe they're even like, you know, silver. So, you know, and then so that might those things might be of value, of course. And then she says that there's treasure in her sarcophagus. She'll let you have.
So I'm going to turn around with my back to the witch. I mean, witch. My back to the queen, hoping she doesn't kill me. And put myself to my friend. I'm going to take my piece of chalk out, and then I'm going to write on my stomach, so that you know I'm going to write "false tomb" with a question mark.
I will nod.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I'm not going to say anything out loud.
Yeah, of course not. And then I'll like, you know, lick my hand or whatever.
I didn't take like detect magic, but do I get the sense that she's a real person? I mean,
I would think you both know because like you kind of saw her appear. Like you know, she seems to be perhaps some kind of ghost or spirit or something, but she appears at this moment to be corporeal.
Right. Well, I mean, I'm not really a warrior. I say softly, but she can probably hear me. I'm not trying to disguise that.
yeah.
So I'm not sure how much of a, you know.
Don't know what kind of test we would be for you, mighty queen.
Yeah. What if,
I've seen the
because
stories
you are
of your
so
deeds.
powerful,
Yeah.
yes, because you are so powerful, perhaps you could tie one hand behind your back. Or let us have one free shot. It was very like high school. It was very like grade school. You got one free punch.
She says, well, I suppose I do want a challenge. She says,
Yes.
I tell you what, since you are not great warriors such as myself,
Definitely not.
I will use my secondary weapon rather than my primary weapon. And you see, like, that strapped to her back is the large two-handed sword, but on her hilt, she has a hand axe.
All right, well, that's definitely more reasonable. Look over at Illigar.
I think it was maybe the way to get the treasure.
Yeah, I mean, I prefer a peaceful resolution. What if we arm wrestled? Actually, what if we played like a war game? Or just a regular wrestle?
Oh, yeah, regular wrestling.
Yeah, because that shows your strength. But also, aren't we supposed to kill you? So are you going to lose?
I do wish to be defeated in combat.
Right.
Well, wrestling is a kind of combat.
I agree, yeah.
Not the combat that I see.
Huh. I mean, it's pretty good combat, actually.
It is.
Yeah, I mean, I go to the wrestling matches all the time.
When I once was full of life, I did enjoy the combats. I once watched a large man fight in an arena. He killed a water dragon there.
Really?
Yes, it's quite entertaining. But I did not seek a simple wrestling match.
Okay, so you'll use the small weapon and tie one hand behind your back? Based on what I've seen in your portraits and in your statues, I think you could beat me blindfolded.
Yes, I mean, here you took down a giant snake.
All right, and a bear.
And a
What
bear.
if you used the axe and you were blindfolded? How glorious would that be to defeat me?
Unfortunately, I don't believe I'd be able to blindfold myself at this moment.
Oh no, I'll blindfold you.
I probably could.
I will volunteer to blindfold you.
No, yeah, we will go with the terms that we have agreed upon.
Well, I haven't agreed to anything yet, and I have one of my scarves in my hand.
That I have agreed upon.
Oh, I see. I see. Well, I don't know. That doesn't seem very. She's going to use a hand axe. That seems like it hurt a lot.
It does, yes.
Yeah, I don't know. And could you maybe just give a taste of the treasure, like 1 diamond or something?
There's a pouch of mini gems that lay in my sarcophagus.
Would you mind opening it up so we could see?
If you defeat me in combat, you'll be able to open it and see for yourself.
Right, but I would like to see you open it. No, it's okay. You can turn your back on me. She's tough. You got any kind of a blinding spell or anything?
Yes.
Oh, perfect. All right. If you use the hand axe, and we're going to say like first blood.
Okay, so blind creatures always lose initiative and suffer a -4 penalty to attack rolls.
Yeah,
that's
do it.
Cause blindness. Yeah, you know what? She'll agree. She will agree to fight you blinded.
All right, this seems reasonable. With the hand axe.
With a hand axe, yes.
All right. Well, I can't say that would that I could really, I don't want to impose too much on you, so I think that's pretty fair.
Yes, you're right. It will serve as an excellent story in the afterlife. How I was finally put to rest. I see the wisdom in what you say now.
Yes, well, I know a lot about kind of these kind of things, like putting yourself forward and stories, and I have great friends that are bards. We'll be sure to tell them your story. Assuming that we don't die.
I know one of the best bards in Hyperborea.
Really?
I do, yes.
All right. Okay. All right. Yeah, I guess. I mean, I'm not going to be able to sneak up and do a backstab, but I will still. This gives us a good bonus. Oh, God. Oh, my poor character. All right, let's do it. I put down my bow because I feel like she's not going to want me to shoot her with a bow. That wouldn't be very fair.
Right.
Plus, we're in a small space, and I'll draw the facada.
She will close her eyes and they seal in the way that you would think that she's blind.
Okay, well, I mean, if you don't trust a ghost, who can you trust?
Yeah, right.
Yeah, I will. I'm gonna pull a Yang and do two weapon fight. Since I have a high dex, I'm gonna use the dagger and the sword just to be safe. So, actually, they're both weapon class 1. So,
if you want to private message Daniel your spells, Nikki, that's fine. Because I think you two would know.
Well, I mean, yeah, if you're going to do something blasty and you want to go first, because we can't, right? Because initiative is initiative.
Yeah.
But we're going to win initiative, which means that if you want to do a spell before I attack, then that means I won't get to attack till second phase. So if she wins initiative, she'll get to go first. What is it that you want to do? We'll have a brief discussion here. I'll take my writing stick and I'll hand it to you and stick my belly out.
I can enlarge you.
Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I definitely need to be enlarged.
Definitely.
However, you could do that after I attack the first time. Because I don't want to waste an attack to wait for that. Right? Because we're going to get one good free shot at against her. So I want to go for it.
Okay.
Okay. So, all right.
I can also, I mean, I have hold person. I don't know if she's immune. I could do that too.
Right, but that's not an area effect, right? You can choose how many, right? You can focus on her.
Right.
Okay. There's like this whole paragraph written on my stomach right now.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Yeah, as long as you don't have something that's area affected, if I move up to her, I'm fucked. That's all I want to know about.
No. Don't worry about that. No.
Yeah, because I'm just gonna run up and attack her then. All right. As soon as she's ready, she drew her hand axe.
Yeah, she takes her hand axe.
All right.
And she'll always lose initiative because she's blind. So you two have initiative.
Yeah. Okay, so I mean, Malay goes first then because I'm gonna run up and do.
Yeah, let me get that little chart up so I can see it. Okay. Yeah. So, oh crap! What page is that on?
Oh, I use the DM screen, but it goes melee, missile, magic, movement.
Yeah.
But unless you're running and attacking, then you can do that. You can do a half move to charge and still go for it.
Yeah. All right, that's fine. Okay, so melee first. So you're gonna do a melee on her.
Yeah, I'll charge forward and try to attack her with the two weapons because why not? All right, so first, good.
No, that's fine. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I have the magic sword, and because of my dexterity being super high, I'm basically 0. I'm -1 on the first attack, but it's a +1 sword, so I get that. But I wouldn't get any attack bonus for strength, but I don't have one anyways. So it's an even shot on the first attack, and then the second attack with the dagger is going to be -1 to hit. All right, here we go. All right, 16 hits. AC 1 with the magic sword.
That'll hit her.
Okay, good. I'm just going to roll the other one now just because I have 20-sided die. So the second attack is a 15 -1, so 14. That is armor class 3.
That will just hit her too. She's wearing half plate, by the way. So.
Oh, I guess we probably should have asked them.
Yeah.
Damn it, she's got a lot of armor on.
I meant to tell you, but yeah.
I mean, it's fine. We were going to fight her or not fight her. I mean, it's like...
Yeah, I figured.
All right, so I hit her twice. So I don't get the damage bonus for my I don't get the attack bonus for my high strength, but I do get the damage bonus. So D6 +2 for the magical sword. Ooh, 5 + 2 is 7. And then the dagger does a D4, I believe. I didn't write that. I drew a dagger on my sheet. I didn't write what it did because I didn't think I'd use it as a weapon. 4 for the dagger. +1 for my strength. I rolled a 3 +1. So that's 4. So total of 11 points. I mean, with the last 4 with the non-magic weapon, if that makes a difference. I don't know if I can tell the difference.
I don't know if I should have softened this target up for you. Yeah, that hurts.
Well, no, soften her up. It's fine. You must always negotiate with your.
Yeah, right. No, it's all good. All right, and then Hildegarde doing the spell.
Yeah. I think since she did so well with the hitting, I will cast Enlarge on.
Oh, nice.
The thief.
Okay. All right. Yeah.
I'll die next round.
Yeah. So all of a sudden, your boobs get bigger.
Yep.
And you
That's partly why it's funny.
I'm a
this large naked thief now.
No, yeah, you get benefits, you get bonuses, Daniel. Hang on, I lost.
I'll look it up. You could do your thing.
I got it. I'm gonna cast Enlarge on you.
Okay.
So you will get why is this not? Sorry, my PDF screwed up for a second. Attack damage total and then multiplied by one plus. Hang on, the thing is not.
It sounds like calculus.
Yeah. Enlarged creatures gain a plus 50% damage bonus to all attacks. Attack damage total then multiplied times 1.5.
Oh, interesting. Oh, okay. So it's the total and then times 1.5, including the other. Okay, that's cool. All right, so 1.5 damage.
Yep.
Does it say rounded up or down? It doesn't say. So it's probably
Enlarged
write it down if it doesn't say.
Doesn't say.
Okay. No attack, no bonus to hit though, right? Just damage. Good.
Correct.
Nice. All right. Well, we'll see. I got my 2 good rolls the first round, so we'll see what happens.
Yeah.
I'm big now, but you can't see me, blinded lady.
Yeah. Hey. So, for her turn, yeah, she's gonna attack because that's what I had her doing. What I said she was gonna do first. So she's gonna go ahead and attack the thief who attacked her first. Let's see. She'll get 1 attack this turn. And I'm fairly sure that's gonna hit. She hits armor class 0. Actually, she hits armor class. No. I'm sorry. Oh no, hold on. She hits armor class 3.
Still hits me. My armor class is 4, surprisingly.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So all right. So she hits and she does. Oh wow! Holy crap! Blindfolded, half dead, fighting with only her hand out. She slams it into your chest for max damage, dealing 7 points.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that hurts a lot. Ouch. I'm down to half, basically.
And she said, "Oh, this is great fun."
Oh yeah.
1 to half.
Yeah. Well, I have 8 left. I have 15 hit points total.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll take her out quickly. We automatically win initiative again, right? What are you gonna do this round? Another spell or?
I have a potion of healing I could.
No, I'll try to kill her.
Okay.
I mean, I'll go one more round, then I'll step back because I have a staff of healing as well.
Okay, then I will do another spell. Yes.
Yeah. Okay, then I will do my melee. Same deal. Straight die for the first shot. Oh, 20.
Nice.
Aha!
Nice.
Nice.
Oh, crit. Yeah.
Ba-ba!
See what making you big does for you?
Yeah, we're doing
Yeah, we're still doing the crit table. I'll have to find it real quick, but
okay.
Yeah.
I mean, I have it if you're.
Okay, great. Yeah.
I'll have to
Just
send
go
you this.
ahead.
I made a JPEG of the DM screen. I have it at my back. Oh, 6.
Nice.
Oh, very
Cleric,
nice.
thief, monster. 6 is 3 times damage.
Nice.
Oh, and I get to do so. That's 3 times damage on the die, but then I have the other thing after the fact.
Right.
All right, so I'm gonna do 1 roll multiplied by 3, and then add my bonus.
Okay, that's fine. Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, 3, which is not great, but 3 times 3 is 9, plus my bonus plus 2 would be 11, and multiplied by 1.5 would be 15.
Yeah. Go ahead and tell me how you kill her then.
Aha! So I'm big, and I'm like, the first time I kind of sidle up with my 2 weapons, and I stab her, and then all of a sudden I got real big, and I'm like, hell yeah! And I just I swing wildly with my sword, and chop her down like probably from the collarbone down through my sword actually gets stuck in her armor halfway through her chest, and I pull it out, and I go, damn! I didn't know ghosts could bleed. Assuming she's bleeding.
Yeah. Yeah. She and she kind of takes a step back, and there's just kind of like a hush pause for a second, and her form changes, down to her older form, you can tell that she lived a very, very long life. She was nearly 250 years old. I mean, she looks ancient. So, and she says, yes, that was a great combat, one that perhaps will allow me now to rest. Please take your prize. You've earned it. And she disappears, and the sarcophagus behind her, the lid slides to the side, and then you see, like, in her sarcophagus, like, you see this, like, body that's, like, covered in, like, yellow mold, and then flames burst up and like just consume all of the yellow mold. And when you see the sarcophagus, laying there is this skeleton, and it's clad in like a full set of this of the half plate that she was wielding. There's also the two-handed sword and axe. And this whole thing is like very, very nicely designed. There are like intricate Hyperborean patterns in it and everything. And like selling this to a scholar, like if you were to sell the whole set, you think you could get around 4,500 gold pieces for it. And then also laying on her chest is actually a pouch, and it contains 32 gems.
Oh,
nice.
Yeah, I didn't roll up how much the gems are worth, so they're
that's okay.
Somewhere, I'm sure.
Well, so I look at the enlarged wound on me, and I say, okay, I'm gonna utilize this, and I pull this. I probably used it before. With third level, we've worked together. I have the staff of healing that Rel somehow blessed to allow a thief to use. So I take it and I say, well, Rel, we suckered her, huh? And then I touch myself to it, and I heal for, I think it's 2d4. So
nice.
in case something happens, because you never know. So 3 and 3, so 6. So I'm almost back up. Yeah, you never walk out of the dungeon not healed.
Exactly.
All right, so I'm down 1 hit point. I think this was a pretty good haul.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
and
we would take the stuff.
How we'll end tonight? We're gonna kind of do this like with the classic Tony, that you're gonna get to tell your story. But what I want to do is have you both roll on the drunken debauchery, and you can tell the story of how it ends with your drunken debauchery. How's that sound?
Sure. Yeah,
I'm always down for some debauchery.
All right, so let's go Daniel first this time. So Daniel, roll a d6.
D6. Okay, here we go. 5.
Okay. 5. So you'll roll another d6.
All right. 5 again.
Another 5. All right. So you spent 90% of the wealth you accumulated, and then
fantastic.
Roll the d100.
Of course I did.
You do have a name that ends in
This is like revenge for all the times you guys have put 54.
Okay, 54. So, Moo, you woke up next to an animal. Roll a d6.
Oh boy. 4.
All right, you woke up next to a horse or camel. So let's go into how does the story end? How does it end in such a way that you end up in waking up next to a horse or a camel?
Well, we went back. We eventually got to that town, and we sold the stuff, and we were she did her normal thing. She goes off to the section of town to try to hook up with moving through merchants and things like that, so she can find more treasure maps for them. And apparently the wine was a little bit stronger than she thought. So where she normally waits till the mark falls asleep and then takes off with his stuff, instead she wakes up and she opens her eyes and she looks out and she sees this like bright blue sky above her and the face of a camel looking down at her, and she realizes that she's sleeping on in a blanket. Somehow she has joined a caravan and who that left probably in the middle of the night, and now she's out in the middle of the desert with these camel herders, which is not exactly the scene that Rolesta likes, unfortunately.
Nice. All right.
Yeah.
And Nikki, go ahead and roll a d6.
Oh, okay. This isn't Panesta, so I shouldn't spend it right.
Yeah, we'll see.
God damn it. Excuse me. I mean, shoot. I rolled a 6.
6.
Yeah.
Yes,
We'll
nice.
see.
All right. Roll again. Yeah.
Okay. And a 5.
All right. You also spent 90%.
It's not Panesta, it's just me.
No. Yeah. Well, like Rolesta obviously got Hildegard in this one. So roll a d100.
All right. I mean, she's a witch. She doesn't have that much use for money, but 84.
84. Okay. You have an unexpected companion. You woke up next to a member of your preferred gender. And roll I think it's another d6. Let me make sure real quick. Okay. Yeah, roll a d6.
Okay. Another 6.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, I mean, like they're okay. All right, and then okay, that's how it works. All right. All right. Okay. Yeah. So. Oh no, I don't. Okay. Nope. Sorry. All right. I was reading that wrong. Okay. Yeah. You. They're ugly. They're very ugly. Says pass the bucket. So. So tell us how you wake up next to this very ugly stranger.
Yeah.
At some point. Go ahead.
Was she after enlarging Rolesta and getting kind of attracted there because she likes women, this witch of mine. She goes to find a woman and takes to bed what she thinks is a pretty woman that just manages to be an old crone in disguise. But hey, even old crones need love too, right? And that's how it ends for Hildegard.
Nice. Yeah. All right. Well, that will wrap it up here. Thank you two for playing.
Very cool. Yeah, we made it.